what we've learned in 50 years, that's you, Mom and Dad, Matt and Margaret Paton, we want to go back to 1980, Clermont-Ferrand, central France, and you met someone in the church, quite a big church for France, and that man, Michel, had an amazing story.
We got to know this young man and his mother, with whom he lived, very soon after arrival. And it was an amazing, amazing story we heard of what had happened to him. He was a very bright Christian, but just a short while before we arrived, we were told that he was having up to 30, 40 epileptic fits a day.
Every day.
Every day. The mother, she was deeply involved in occult practices. She could actually heal people.
So she could heal people, not with the power of God,
No.
but her son was not getting any better.
No, on the contrary, he was getting worse because, as she learned later, all the healing she did for others, which was evil powers, was falling upon her son.
Did she get phone calls from hospitals
Yes.
here for her to come and pray?
Yes, yes, she got phone calls for asking to come and heal somebody. I suppose the staff who believed in that would call for her. But she was all over the place, and she was a woman who wanted to do good, but she didn't realise that the power she had was evil.
Well, there's a young lady in the church. She'd been inviting them to come. She knew them, and they kept putting it off and putting it off. And then one day, the mother said, "Well, why not go?" And they were nothing
why
to
not?
lose. So they came along to the church, and the pastor prayed for him at the end, and there was a bit betterment in this. But she said, so the pastor said, "Could I ask you a question?" And that's when he discovered what the mother was doing. And so she confessed that to God, and he prayed for the son, and he was delivered. He was delivered from all that evil, and his health got better. Everything changed in his life, and both of them got converted, baptized, and then later on he just used his car to serve the Lord. Well, what happened? They sat and listened to the church people singing, praising God. It was all new to them.
Yeah.
They must have been looking around going, "What's happening here?" You know. But at the end, there was an invitation.
After the sermon?
After the sermon, they didn't understand much of it, but they were invited to come out, or anybody, for prayer.
Right.
And so they went to the front, and the pastor prayed for this boy, and after the meeting, they went home, and they came back again.
Was there any improvement after the prayer?
There was a slight improvement, and the pastor wondered why it wasn't better than that.
Not fully healed.
Not fully healed. Well, the pastor had much experience, having been a pastor and a missionary himself, and he realised that there was something behind it that wasn't clear. So he asked the mother a bit more about their lives, and discovered the gift from not God, came from the devil, and all that was being practised elsewhere, whether it was in a hospital or elsewhere, just kept falling on the boy. He suffered because of the mother's gift, which came from the devil.
So what did the pastor recommend the mother to do when he discovered what kind of life she was living?
After having recommended that she get rid of all that, she did it. She got home, and both of them destroyed all that was wrong, evil, and then they come back to the church in a regular way, and bit by bit, this boy got completely... From 40 it dropped down and down until he didn't take no more pills. Everything was cleared, completely delivered.
Did he ever get epileptic fits ever after?
No, it's finished, right to this day.
Completely healed?
Completely healed.
What happened to him?
Well, the wonderful message, the gospel, was the answer for him and his mum. Both of them understood it, confessed their sin, having got rid of all the wrong things, and they finished up in the church,
Baptized,
and he actually began to take driving lessons, which he would have never ever done in his life.
He got a job, I think.
He got a good job, and he got a wife as well. He got married, happily married even today.
All that because one neighbor, a Christian lady, had the courage to come, knock at the door of this mother and say, hey, you need to come to church.
This young man and his mother eventually, while we were in the church ourselves, became very, very active serving the Lord. She was a wonderful woman. She just wanted to do good all around. She is now with the Lord. But Michel, as you said, is happily married, has a good job and drives his car.
So from the late 70s till now, 2015, this man, Michel, has never had a fit again. When you think he had between 30 and 40 a day, just amazing. Mm-hmm. Maybe, Dad, you are thinking of what could be the key for us today after listening to such an amazing story.
Well, I would just like to say this: we've got to be bold in our witness. And this girl was bold. She went to the door, knocked on it, and the result, you've heard about it. And don't be afraid what people might say or how they look at you. You just keep at it. Mm-hmm. The Spirit of God will do His job. When the people have got to the end of themselves, they might say, I'll come along. And that's when God can step in. So go for it.